Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm just going to give a couple seconds see if we get some people to join while I share let's try to share. I know we do this every time, guys, but just not sure why I'm unable to share. Let's see. Okay. And I'm crooked. Now, the other day I wasn't crooked. Wow. All right. Let me see if I can turn you guys around. Yeah, sometimes let's go the wrong way. Let's go this way. Turn it. All right, well, we'll see if we can't get this to... I am gonna definitely learn why sometimes I can go landscape and why sometimes I can't. Okay, so what we're gonna be working on today is I actually am gonna be showing you a little project using our COUTURE ink. So ink is just a little different than paste. I actually like the ink. I prefer to use ink. I like to do the ink projects because they're permanent. Not that I don't love the chalk that you can take it off and redo things, but I just, I like working with the ink. It's very nice to work with. Okay, so earlier I made this little cosmetic bag. Or zipper pouch, whatever. I'm not sure what I'll use it for. Probably just throw some cosmetics in it or whatever. So I'm going to use our ink, and I'm going to use the Monogram W. We have a lot of monograms available. We have the whole alphabet. So if you're interested in that, I do have a link for the W. However, if you go on my site, you can see that we have all of the letters. So the first thing we want to do when you're doing ink, working with ink, is you want to use a mat on the inside of your project, or the other side, because the ink, it is ink. It will bleed through, and I would not want it to bleed through on the other side. So we do sell mats specifically for ink. They have a little bit of a sticky surface, which is good because you don't get any movement when you put it underneath of the fabric that you're going to be putting the ink on. So I'm just going to slide this in and flatten it out. Try to get a little bit of... See if I can't get it to stick in there. The main purpose of it doesn't have to be straight, the mat itself. The main purpose is to protect the other side from the ink. I'm also going to be using our Shimmer Gold ink. This is also in the description, a link for the ink, along with the other products that I'll be using today. So if you have any questions, of course, just tell me in the comments or send me a private message, and I'd be glad to answer any questions. So with the ink, clearly this one is a brand new one, which is fine. We're just going to open it up. You don't have to stir the ink or have it at a special consistency like you do the paste. It pretty much stays the same all the time. So I'm just gonna have that ready to go, and I am going to take out my W and get it situated on my project. So I figured I would put it somewhere about right here. Once I put the ink on and pull the transfer up, in order for this to be permanent, you will want to heat set it. So you can heat set it with an iron. Just use a dry iron over top of it for a few minutes. I think they recommend 3 if you're using an iron. I actually have a Cricut Easy Press, and that's what I use. And that I only have to use it for 30 seconds on each side, and then that's it. I think it's at 400 degrees. So I'm just making sure that I like my placement for this W. I think that looks good. That looks good to me. So I'm going to take a squeegee and a little bit of my ink. Now with the ink, what you want to do is start off of the space that you're going to be covering. So you want to start off the transfer a little bit. And you do not have to work as quickly with the ink as you do with the paste, because it does take longer to dry. You have some time there without filling it up. So I'm just squeegeeing it on. And I want to make sure that I am getting it pushed into, I'm using a little more pressure than I would with the paste. I just want to make sure that I'm forcing the ink into the fabric. And I will also see if I need to do that as I'm peeling it off. If you're afraid of getting it outside the transfer line, some people use a little painter's tape, something like that, masking tape, whatever, so that you don't have any bleed. I'm going to just get off the excess, make sure I got it all in the screen space that I want it. And I'm going to start to peel this up so I can see. I want to make sure there's no ink on my fingers, because we wouldn't want to I've done that. Had ink all over my fingers, went to pull the transfer up, and then it's all over my shirt or whatever I was making. So as I pull this up, I'm going to see that make sure that I don't need to fill in any spots. And as I can see, this one turned out perfectly. So I am very happy with that. So now I'll just let this dry for probably about 10 minutes. I might go ahead and put a little heat gun over top of it, blow dryer, just to get it to get a little drier. And then I will wait until sometime tomorrow and stick the Easy Press over top of it and heat set it, and then it'll be permanent on there. Then I can throw this in the wash, and it'll stay. So take that out. There you have it. My personalized zipper pouch. If you have any questions, please let me know. I appreciate everyone watching. Again, all of everything that I used today is in the description, along with the links for my Facebook page, my YouTube channel, Pinterest, Instagram, and I do have a Facebook VIP group. If anyone's interested in joining over there, I am allowed in that group to give away discounts and COUTURE prizes, gift cards, all that good stuff. So join over there, and next week I'm going to have another contest, just probably some comments or something like that, and I'll be giving away something really cool. So don't forget to sign up. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.